5 immediate problems facing Arne Slot as Liverpool deal with worst run in 11 years. Liverpool have lost 4 games on the spin for the first time in more than a decade, and at this point of the season, Arne Slot looks to have more questions than answers. Liverpool boss Arne Slot is facing several challenges this season and needs to find answers quick. For Arne Slot, the international break did not serve as a reset. Instead, 3 losses on the bounce became 4 when Manchester United stunned Liverpool, dealing them a first Premier League loss at Anfield for the best part of a year. Having gone 5 from 5 to sit top of the table, the Merseysiders are now in 4th with rivals Arsenal and Manchester City both above them. Now Slot is facing the biggest challenge of his tenure thus far. You have to go back to 2014 to find the last time Liverpool lost 4 games on the bounce. That was under Brendan Rodgers, as his side fell apart just months after going close to claiming the title. They would recover somewhat, but still miss out on the top 4. 1. Settle on an attack. The most talked about issue on Merseyside is just what does Liverpool's best attack look like? It's not even as if Slot needs to pick his best 3 or 4 and then stick with it. Pep Guardiola has frequently changed his front line over the years, especially before Erling Haaland, but the level remained the same. The Liverpool boss, though, doesn't seem to be getting a tune out of many of his attacking players. Hugo Ekitike has looked the most shrewd summer arrival, and yet his reward for a blistering opening few weeks is to be benched. Cody Gakpo is perhaps the least fashionable of Liverpool's frontmen, yet is arguably among the most effective. Slot needs to find a system that works and allows players to come in and out without there being any major issues or dips in quality. 2. Make £241 million look like it's well spent. Talking of issues, one Liverpool have made for themselves is spending British record sums on 2 players. You simply cannot plow that kind of investment and then not make the moves work, or at least try everything possible. The investment in Alexander Isak means Slot has to make the transfer look the part, and the Swede has proved he can be a class performer in the Premier League. Florian Wirtz doesn't have that body of work to back up his outrageous fee, but ultimately, a £116 million player cannot become a squad luxury who sometimes plays and sometimes doesn't. Maybe Liverpool's team doesn't lend itself to a 10 playing, in which case can Wirtz find a new home on a wing or in a deeper role. Miguel Arteta signed Kai Havertz as a playmaker, but through some trial and error realized he could be hugely effective as a false 9. Some food for thought for Slot, who may need to get inventive. 3. Stop games feeling like basketball. It was flagged from minute 1 by Jamie Carragher, who has continued to bang this drum. For a team that looked so controlled and composed last term, Liverpool seemed to have lost their grip on games. Yes, they're entertaining, but only if you're a neutral. They squandered